When I was a child, I didn't come from a camping family. In fact, that was not ever on our radar as something to do. So when I was younger, I was always kind of afraid of it, mostly because of being in confined, close spaces. So that's why I'm trying to break out of my fear by sitting in this pink tent. Hi, I'm Jim, your instructor. Yeah. Well, attention getters are incredibly important. In fact, audiences are going to determine whether or not they're going to listen to the rest of the speech in the first 30 seconds, which is when you do an attention getter. Now, I wanted to tell you about some times when I was dealing with speeches in the past and this got blown up and messed up beyond belief. So for years, I've been working with the valedictorian speech for Las Positas College. And every once in a great while, the attention getter that was carefully crafted and put together got completely ignored. And the speaker gets up to say, I would like to thank everybody for coming out, and thank you to the board of trustees, and thank you to the president, and thank you to all of these people that everyone in the audience had no idea who they were or cared about the fact that they were there. And then they go into the attention getter. And it's like, well, it's no longer an attention getter because the first thing that comes out of your mouth is the attention getter. So you should know that there are a few things not to do. I'm not a fan of for attention getters. So one of them is asking a question because it doesn't work out quite well. In fact, I went to a work meeting one time where we brought in a consultant to talk to us about organizational structure. And they had the entire college campus there. And this is how they opened the speech. How many of you would rather make money than not make money? Like, are you kidding me right now? This is what you brought me here to see? And even worse is that there were a bunch of people in the audience that were like, oh, me, I would rather make the money than not making the money. Is absolutely ridiculous. So at that point, I just left because it's not going to get better, right? You know, like when you're watching a movie and it's absolutely terrible, but you just keep watching it anyway for some reason. Yeah, it's not getting better. Just stop watching it. It won't get better, right? Same thing goes for speeches. So don't begin with questions. I'm not a fan of that. Also, I'm not a fan of imagine openings. So I'm just kind of giving you the straight scoop here, right? Because if somebody begins with, imagine yourself on a sandy beach. Yeah, I can't do that. I can imagine myself watching a speech right now. That's what I can do. And that's just the reality of it. So those types of openings don't really work for me, and generally for most people either. So anyway, take it from me. Come up with good crafted attention getters. Don't be afraid to change them up. Okay? So you can make this work out for yourself really well just by practicing and playing around with them. Okay, I'm Jim. And that was Attention Getters.